YouTube? I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter every single day at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do a live stream during the weekdays, and today I am very excited to be checking out Forest of Radgost, a cooperative storytelling board game based on Slavic mythology. Now, first thing I want to compliment them on is they are number 5 on the popularity on tabletop games right now. That is no small feat. This game right here has raised $600,000, so you propelling to number 5 tells me you're doing something right in launching this Kickstarter boat. Love it. And the fact that this is nice, short, sweet, it's not cut off. I dig that. So $49,000 funded, 65% funded already. It just launched today. Also, if you're enjoying my content, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below, as I'm trying to hit 9,000 subscribers to celebrate my 9-year anniversary of making YouTube content. But the first thing I don't like here is this launching on February 10th. It just seems kind of odd. Like, we know. We're here. It's the prime time, you know. Get rid of that. Put in the price. Put in something else. Put in funded in, 16 hours or whatever it is you're going to be funded in. But I do like it, It sets the tone. It shows me minis. It shows me the box. But the launching on February 10th, we know. I think that could be improved. Because all the time, there's 3 things you got to answer on a Kickstarter. You got to say the answer to the backer. Do you want it? Can you do it? And how much is it? So right now I look at this and none of those have been answered so far. Sometimes people can do that. Like if I see that it's a solo worker placement game and it's like $20, I'm like, well, I got $20. $20 doesn't mean anything to me. I'm insta-backed. But hopefully your video, wowzer, $75,000 goal. That's a very ambitious goal. So let's check out this video and see what we got going on here. From Serbia. Cool. I think we found the best hidden game out there so far. The story each session will create... Wow, the quotes are too fast. All right, I think we have found the best hidden gem out there so far. Board games with couples. The story each session will create... Each session... Wait, what? The story... my gosh. Stop! The story each session will create will be as unique as it is enjoyable. I feel like there should be a comma somewhere in there. I'm not very good with commas, but it just seems... but yeah, that's a good one. I like that one a lot, that quote. A game unlike anything I covered. It has so much charm and character, it's insane. Also a good one.
This is not a game. This is an invitation to travel. To journey into a mysterious place far away. Old and dangerous. The most horrible yet most beautiful place on the planet. The South. We have to go.
Okay, that's a very bold strategy. Having next to nothing at all in the first 50 seconds that really tells me a lot about this game. At least gameplay-wise. I do love the fact that it's getting me more in the mindset of, like, this is not going to be your typical board game we're getting into. We're getting into a whole different experience here. This is going to be about the journey and less maybe about the mechanisms. And I'm cool with that. Bold strategy, but I think it pays off because the music was great. I like the artwork. So far, very well done video.
Europe, forgotten time, forgotten village. The forest of the god Radgost that stands before you, full of Slavic myths and creatures. As the children of the village captive, you must go inside to save them. But beware, the forest is alive. And where there is life, there is also death. Haste and find the children before it's too late. As you near the crossroads, you hear her singing. She is your mother, and the mother of the forest. She's calling you, wishing for you to stay eternally hers, to suffocate you in her embrace. Run down the path, escape.
I don't know what the hell I'm watching, but I want to know more about what the hell I'm watching. So I think that's a good thing.
You now face a creature that offers you all that you crave for. Face up to this stinky gullet that swallows swallows everything that lies before it, yet remains unsated.
What?
Run while you can. You hear them as they approach. Not horses, not beasts, not men.
Okay, so right now, I want to pause this and say, I really, really want to know what they're talking about right now. That is, I am gripped. I am completely in grip. What the hell is riding out of this tunnel?
They are your fear of life. Inside you, however, lies great strength.
I love the art choice to go with a cartoonish personality. I think it really is a... Shut your mouth, Google! I think this is a great art choice right here. Like, it's a little bit tongue-in-cheek with, like, the mouse pulling the other mouse back by his tail. Like, little details like that. Like, if you're focusing that much on the little details in the artwork, how much are you going to focus on that in the story, too? And it's just... I love the picture they're painting right now.
Further down the path to discover what you never would have found had you not journeyed through the Forest of Radgost. If you find the lost boy and girl and return them to the village, do you know who you'll meet?
No. No, I don't!
That lives within you. Thank you for taking this journey with me.
The child that lives within you. A cooperative storytelling adventure based on Slavic. It began as a family project. In the end, it took a whole tribe of board gamers, sculptors. Ah, you're too fast! You're too fast! And in the end, it took a whole tribe of board gamers, sculptors, and painters, scholars, and writers to shape this game. But to finish what we started, that tribe has to grow into a small village. Join the tribe. Okay. Help us bring Forest of Radgost to your table. Cool. Okay. Text is a little bit fast, but overall, wow. That is unlike any Kickstarter video I think I have ever seen. First and foremost, it was unique, it was distinctive, it has me wanting to know more about the game, and if I like cooperative storytelling games, I think I'm sold. So, do I want it? I think that's a resounding yes. If you're a fan of this genre or storytelling, I think you're going to be in, which means we need to get down to brass tacks. Can you do it, and how much is it? Hopefully this first part here is going to convince me. First created, 5 backed, does not create me. Electrical engineer with a passion for creative work, mythologies, and board games. One of the designers of Forest of Radgost. Awesome. No collaborators. That scares me a little bit. One thing I always say, go back 20 things now for $1, spend $20, or back 20 things that are not going to fund. Either way, it's going to say first created, 25 backed. You look a little bit more like the member of the community. It's a little life hack, but it makes you look better. Not to say you don't look bad now. It's not like you're the first created, first back kind of thing, but... Anywho, a game unlike anything I covered has so much charm and character, it's insane. Starting off with the quote, that's fine, even though the quote was already in there, whatevers. All your life you have been told to stay out of the sacred forest. Few of the people ever ignored this warning, now you have no choice, you must trespass. Okay, so, cool. Tell me about the game. Looking good. Setup, I like the setup shot. That's a really awesome setup shot. Great first, that's a great first image there. A cooperative storytelling game set in the world of Slavic, 1 to 7 players, that's what I wanted to know. And this might actually be something that I would consider putting on that first image, because I was not a fan of your first image, the launching on February 10th. You had tons of unused space. Maybe you make a big old thing 1 to 7 players, because whenever I see a game that plays 5 to 7 players, my ears immediately perk up, because that is a player count that's a lot harder to hit. Not to mention 45 to 90 minutes per game, that tells me I'm in the market. Like, this is going to be an experience. This is not one of those cute little storytelling games where like filling in the blanks of words and like, oh, you gotta think of a word that starts with T. That's not what this game seems like. This is going to be a whole different beast. Let me know at the door. Let me know to get my theme pants on when I come in here. But yeah, I'd put this up here. Available languages, great. Maybe put that on there too. I don't know if it is, but that should be. Game components, 200 plus components. Hopefully you hit the price. Hit me with the price right here. This would be perfect. Game board, this is great. You got a picture of everything. You got it all laid out. This is great. I love the angles, love the angles. Price me! Go! Where's the price? I don't... Like, right there would have been such a great spot, and I feel like it totally should be there. Because I don't want to go over here. I don't want to go over here. And I actually did a poll. And go check in my community section. I'd love your feedback on the poll. And check out my polls. Because I try and post Kickstarter-related polls. But it was essentially, what is the order you visit a Kickstarter campaign? Do you go from the video to the story? Do you go over here to the cost first and then go to the video? What is the order you go in? And I think a good deal of people, apparently, from the results, go from video to story. They don't want to have to find the price over here in support. So give it to me. Nice and easy. Right here. What others said. Forest of Radgost will take the players on a journey to a magical land filled with both terrors and delights. The story each session will create will be as unique as it is enjoyable, regardless of the outcome of the game. Good quote, Lance. The creators put so much love and attention to this game, and they have been developing Forest of Radgost for about 6 years now. All these years, perfecting and molding, in particular, right there. This gets an A+ immediately for saying the 6 years thing. Because honestly, when you told me that this was a passion project, started off as a family project, I immediately assumed, and this is bad, this is why you don't assume, that you started working on this around March time when you were stuck at home with your family. Because I've seen numerous Kickstarters. Numerous! This is like my 99th or 100th I've done of these, and I think I've probably seen about 10 of them. That's a good ratio that we're like, we had this idea while we were quarantined. And it's like, okay, that's cool, but I really like my board games when they've been simmering for a while, when they've been play tested and all the bugs kinked out. So when I see this 6 years thing here, that gets me excited. That's a great quote, and I would put that quote in the video. I like that quote better than just about any of the other quotes you had there at the beginning. The 6 years thing, that means a lot to board gamers, especially with how many board gamers have been burned by bad Kickstarter games and Kickstarter games that just don't come to reality. They really tried to think about everything, and it shows. They get that's 2 thumbs up from me. I don't know if that's a good... yeah, I guess that's a good one. It's just, but why? Why? I want to know more. And you know what? This is not on Gralutka necessarily. This is on them. You know, wherever she said why it gave her 2 thumbs up, just put ... and then fill it in. The storytelling was amazing, and I felt like I was in a whole different world. Whatever she said, you know, pop that on the front with ... and then it gets 2 thumbs up from me, and all of a sudden this becomes a banger of a quote. Very easy to get on board and start playing without having to read too many rules. Ooh, Cardboard Rhino coming in strong, and there are many layers to it as you discover more about the forest, the myths, and the tales. A game unlike anything I covered is so much charm and character, it's insane. I feel like I've seen this quote 3 times now. Can we please at least get rid of one of them? Download Rulebook. This is great. I love seeing this. You know what I love to see as well? The price. The price. Come on, come on, come on. What do we got? I'm going to guess 23 pages. I'm going to guess there's a lot of text on cards, maybe. Let's see. 28. That's not bad. I don't like this. I always hate this. Like, I get it. You want it to look like a real book, and it's thematic, and yippee-skippy. No. The back should be reserved for useful information that I am going to need to come to. Get the top 15 to 20 things in this 28-page rule, because I'm going to guess that there's some complex, minor situations that are going to arise in this game, and I just always love it when it's right there, as opposed to me having to flip open the book. It's just... I just feel like that's a little bit of a wasted space here. And wow, this is tons of wasted space. Okay, so we're down. You know what? At this point, I think 23 pages is about right. Because look, that's like so many wasted pages. This is the story. Cool. The overview. That's okay. There, I guess. Odd. Whatever. Game components. Great. I would number this. Or letter this, so it specifically says everything. I hate when it's just set out like this. You know, 5 dice. Then you put the 5 dice. You mark 2, 2, 2, or whatever the number is. So I'd make that look prettier. Show me some examples, please. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, take it back. That's beautiful. That's what I like to see. That looks user-friendly. Tell me it's not just walls and walls of chunks of text. So if you can, I do believe that most people like it when it's not just these big walls of text. Even if you can just, like, squeeze images to the side and then wrap things around. It's called wrapping it. I always feel like that looks better. But overall, and I'm getting into this, I do a Fiverr where I kind of give my thoughts on rule booklets as well. And so I guess I'm in that mode a little bit too much. Still, is there a price here? No, they're going to make me go over here. Let's see what the price is. $5, Pledge Manager, fine, whatever. $49. Includes all 29 miniatures and does not include copy of the game. Meh. I feel like this is an add-on. Quite honestly, yeah, just Pledge Manager that. Because this is just going to make things clunky. I don't think the overwhelming majority of people are not going to come here for this pledge level. They're going to come here for the $64. This is the game, right? Includes the full Forest of Radgost game with creatures Miniatures excluded. Okay, we're getting even into the clunkier territory here, but that's fine. That is one that people actually really do want. There's going to be people who want that one, and then this is going to be the one that's most popular. I would assume. No, because then there's the Divine Pledge, and then okay. So here's the thing. I was hoping you would hit me with the price early on, and now that I have gone over to the price, I have more questions than I had before. I was hoping for a clear, concise answer. Okay, the price is $65. Now I don't know what the price is, and now I have to go searching even more, or I have to read a bunch of text over here, which I don't want to do. A thirst for adventure matters more than punctuality. Search party members don't need to wait for each other. Players who show up late can join the game at any moment. Wow, drop in, drop out play. That would be something great to mention in the video or higher. Like, I've seen 3 quotes from the same guy saying the same thing. I don't know if it's guy. The same person saying the same 3. And then, yet this is useful information about the game that no one's mentioned yet. Higher, higher, higher. Drop in, drop out is a great feature for a game like this, because you can be like, because you'll have people who say, oh, I don't think I'm going to like that game. You're like, oh, that's cool. If you don't like it, it's drop in, drop out. No pressure. That's a huge selling point specifically for a game like this, and I say that with a lot of authority because I love games like this. Anytime there's storytelling in a game, I am all about that style game, but this feature right here, bump it higher. Down the forest road you go. Beneath your feet, the creeping undergrowth. The forest disorients your character. Cool, you're getting into the gameplay here. Okay, yeah, this is the gameplay section. It feels a bit clunky that we're going into it here. Did we talk about it at all earlier? I don't think we did. Normally people talk about the gameplay a little bit more here, so it's a little bit... I don't have a problem with you not having it up here, but I need the price up here. Like, this is either where I shop, or this is where I learn, and right now it's in the middle of both, and it's just kind of in a gray area. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. So this is the gameplay. Cool, if I really wanted to get into the weeds. Nice. I hope there's a video. Hope there's a video with gameplay, just a gameplay video. You know, this is the gameplay section. Spotlight whichever one of the content creators who made the gameplay video that you like the best, and pop that up in there. First thing, I would say. You know, actually, rule booklet first, then the gameplay video, and then if you don't want to sit through the video, you can read all this stuff. But once again, the thing that I want, you're making me search for 20 original miniatures. This seems odd. This isn't part of the gameplay. Oh, yeah, I guess it is. Depicts a single creature. It just seems like this should be more in the shopping area to me. Because this is like highlighting how tall it is. And right, this is cool. Great. Tons of minis. Love it. Good-looking minis, too. Legs are thin, so I hope they're good quality, though. Like, look at those arms. It's so skinny. Those always worry me. Those little twig arms always scare me. But man, those are some good-looking minis. Great. Great. Just I legit want to know the price if I want the game with the minis without having to look over here. So here we go. Click to see the miniature lineup. Divine Pledge. Here we go. Exclusive. No, Divine Pledge. Exclusive. So this is exclusive to the Divine Pledge, which is a pledge over here. I'm assuming. I need to scroll. Not user-friendly. Each creature and its behavior will be thoroughly described with stories inspired from research into an underappreciated... Why is this part... Why are you yelling at me? Each creature and its behavior will be thoroughly described with stories inspired from research into an underappreciated mythology! Is it just me, or does that seem odd? I thought we were in gameplay! Where are we now? I'm so lost and scared, I just want to know the price of the freaking game and which one I need! It's so hard. Novel tales from obscure and often untranslated sources. A compelling aspect of Slavic. Yeah, and I'm fascinated by this. Like, these old tales. I love that sort of stuff. I think that's spectacular. You know, I really got into Grimm's fairy tales for a while. And so this sort of thing really appeals to me, but it's just the layout here is just... Oi! Your adventure now starts in earnest. From here on, you will need to grapple with unpredictable events. The Forest of Radgost Book of Encounters. So, oh, wow, 92 pages. Serves 2 purposes. It's a completion of Slavic lore, describing the 20-minute... Do I need this for the game? Describing the 20 mythical beings who inhabit the forest. The descriptions reference Slavic myths and beliefs and give context to each creature's behavior. The actual behavior of each creature will be determined by the numerous branching scenarios included in the same book. So this is a book that is included with the game. I think... The fact that I think is a problem. I should know. I should know very clearly. So now I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to try and... Well, there are more add-ons here? No, this is the book. Okay, cool. Sometimes the plot twist will run in your favor. Other times events will conspire to trap you in the forest forever. Awesome, but whatever you do, remember no killing. Cool. I actually like that. I would totally have mentioned that way higher. Because once again, this is the kind of thing where now I'm like looking at this more as a family game. Because before, you lost me most likely with the 45 to 90 minutes. When I see a 45 to 90 minute game, with how old my kids are, I don't assume family weight game. Hey, what's up, everybody in the chat, by the way? But when I see the fact that there's no killing, I'm like, okay. And it's cooperative, I say okay again. That whenever there's a cooperative game, it's so much easier to teach because you're on the same side. So if you make mistakes, they're not like, oh, why didn't you tell me that? It's like, oh, shoot, I forgot to tell you that. It hurt both of us. But anyway, this is good. It's good stuff. I would have mentioned it higher. Ever-evolving characters driven by personal goals. This is spectacular stuff. Wow, this stuff is so far buried down here. And I understand you used your video and you used it in such a cool cinematic way, but maybe what you need, and I actually saw someone do this yesterday. Yeah, it was Twisting Taverns, which is a $600,000 one right now. I actually mentioned at the beginning. Their video left me a little bit confused. I was like, this looks really awesome, and I'm totally intrigued, but I still don't quite understand everything. And then there was a 1.5-minute video where he cut through the fat. He was direct, he was to the point, he said exactly what this Kickstarter was, and I think that'd be great on this. Just like, especially, because this is cool stuff you're telling me down here. Cool stuff that I think a lot of people are going to miss because they don't want to search all the way down here after watching a 4-minute video. You know, if you're just pooing on the toilet at this point, somebody's knocking on the door. Players can form groups or choose to disperse widely throughout the forest. Both choices have pros and cons. That's great. I love it. You don't have to stay together, but you can. You'll need to play more than once to get to know what drives your character. Great. Personal missions is a great way for it. This is all cool stuff. More minis. Different characters. It's great. Like, you have everything you need for this Kickstarter page. It's just the order of it is just terrible. Like, it's just explore the forest beyond the path to discover hidden surprises. 9 decks, 200 cards. This is great. Like, this is all good selling point stuff for when you show me the price, which I still need to see. So what I think this absolutely 110% needs is when we just that picture. What is there? 4 pledge levels, and then have this is the $5 pledge level to get you access to the add-ons. This is let's get back into this so I can actually figure this out. We're gonna figure it out together right now. $5 access to Pledge Manager, just as a picture of the computer. I don't know, whatever. $49. This includes just the minis, and so you just have $49 and all the gorgeous little minis, and bada boom. It's nice, it's clean, it's clear. I don't think it should be a level because you can just do it in the add-ons, but anywho, it's a clean, clear level. Then we get to $64. This is with no minis. So you have the picture, you have a picture of the cool box, and then you say no minis, and you make sure it's very, very obvious that this is the one that has no minis. $99. With the minis. Cool. So you have the game on all stretch goals. I assume this one does that as well. Once again, clean, clear. $99 in and out the door. If I'm here and I just want to buy, hey, Noah, if I just want to buy, your stuff, I just want to know what the price is. If it's $99 and I want to support you and I think the minis look awesome and I think the game looks awesome, I just put the $99 and boom, I'm out of here. But you're making it so hard on me. $129. Includes the complete. So what is different between this to this? And it makes it so hard to search through it because you copy and paste so much of it. Plus 2 additional oversized miniatures, and that's the difference here. Oh my gosh, that is so bad. Where are these oversized miniatures? I haven't even seen them. There's giant oversized minis in this campaign, and I haven't seen them. I'm looking at the clock. What is it? How much time have I spent on this? I have spent on this Kickstarter now. I don't know how to look at this. These numbers are crazy. I've spent about 10, 15 minutes here, and I just now am finding out about 2 giant minis? I had to stumble onto it? Oh, yeah, I'm so close to 7K subscribers. Thanks for mentioning that. I'm trying. So be sure to subscribe and enjoy my content. Wow, this looks great. This looks really cool. Like, I want to know more about this. The forest will keep calling you back. Where are these giant minis? So at this point now, I'm just, I want to know the shipping, and I want to know about the giant minis. Because, as always, do I want it? Yes, I want it. Everything here looks great. Can you do it? That's the question I always ask. And I'm here for you, the backer, not for them, the company. And with the disorganization of this Kickstarter, like, it's not a slam dunk kind of thing here. Like, nothing you have said to me, like, makes me feel like, oh, there's someone steering this ship that clearly knows exactly what they're doing in the board gaming sense. Why Kickstarter? This time when the story of our games took place, the forest is the truth is cool. Where's the pledges? No! Why? No, it's so far down! Dear God! Raise it up! And also, why don't you put them in order, too? Like, if you're treating this, you make it look like an add-on right here. Just, why wouldn't it be, I know because you want the game first, but it's just, this is what I was talking about. This was exactly what I was talking about. I would also maybe highlight and I would start adding the stretch goals when you get them. This is what I wanted. There's the giant minis! Okay, we are now 25 minutes into this, and I have finally found the giant minis. No, that's so bad. How many people checked out this Kickstarter and they didn't get down here? What percentage? Let me know in the comments. What percentage do you think of the people who got to this Kickstarter never got this far down? I'm going to go 75%. I think that's a realistic number. That is... yeah, the giant minis, like, they're all the way buried. Like, this is where I expect, like, shipping and the fact that you're working with Kick Booster or some crap to be. Not the whale that you want to sell me. Stretch goals. Oh my gosh, why are these so low? Shipping and VAT costs will be charged in the Pledge Manager after the campaign. Ew. Gag me with a spoon. Disgusting. I'm going with a 1 immediately. This cannot reach a 2 for me. And when I do these, I always go either 0, 1, or 2 is with a rating scale. 0, get out of here, go to the next Kickstarter. 1, back it for $1, come back in the last 48 hours, see what's going on. Or 2, back it for the whale. And I can't do it. Like, no shipping charges. There's 3 things you got to convince me. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? And right now, you're only telling me half of how much it is. Which I don't like. At least give me a ballpark. I mean, how are you not giving me a ballpark here? $78,000. First additional mission unlocked. That's great. Second additional mission unlocked. Third additional mission unlocked. Okay, we're going with the missionary there. That's cool. I mean, that's great stuff to have there. Maybe put a picture of what a mission looks like or something. Like, something to excite me. Is this cards? Is this a pop-out? Is this a story in the book? Like, I'm assuming this is a story in the book. 5 additional miniatures. What is this? What is this? Additional missions. So when do we unlock this? This is so confusing. 5 additional miniatures. Oak, Divine, and Permanent pledges. New minis for... So when do we unlock this, though? At 80... Somewhere in between this range? Is it a guessing game? Do we have to hit it right on the nose in the comments? Because that'd be a great way to tickle the comment algorithms. That's odd. Ministry... Oh, no. Oh, now we get down to it. Okay. That's not... I don't feel like that's as clear as you're hoping it is. 89,000, 94,000, and these are awesome. These are what I like to call micro stretch goals. Micro stretch goals are the kind of stretch goals that if you can get your snowball rolling, and if you're like talking about being a $250,000, $1 million Kickstarter, like the one everybody dreams about hitting, which you have everything here. I'll be brutally honest with you here. This is more disappointing than everything, because you have everything you need, except for me feeling comfortable with can you do it yet. I don't quite feel comfortable there. But we'll talk about that in a second. So different levels of how a game make money decides if expansions are made for it. Yeah, that's the basic premise, is that if a game sells well, then yes, they're going to know that they can take the risk to make more expansions, because when you make expansions, especially if you're not kickstarting them, you have to pay that cost up front, not knowing if people are going to buy it. So if the game didn't sell well, then obviously you know the expansion won't sell well, and vice versa. All right, so minis, this is great. This gets me excited, but these are going to be the kind of things where you'd be hitting maybe a couple every day or two. Like every couple days, if you really got the snowball rolling and people want to come back, and then people are going to be active, engaged, and that's what you're looking for. But, I mean, once you get funded, you absolutely need to move this higher, though. And I would add pictures. Would totally add pictures. Lance, what's up? Game is great. Back it. Dice marked with symbols that give you hints to craft a never-ending story and extend your adventure. Dice with symbols that give you hints to craft. Oh, cool. Like Rory Story Cubes? I don't know. So these are all great expansions. I'd include pictures of at least what I'm expecting to get here. Also, this one is a your mileage may vary kind of thing. I think some people, I am going to be on the boom tonight. I think some people are going to be turned off by just how the Undead Vikings weekly ala boom. We talk about board games. We talk about all sorts of stuff. Pop culture, RPGs. You should check it out every Wednesday night. But on here, I think some people are going to be like, wow, you're really putting the cart in front of the horse here, you know? So I see their point. Like, this looks very ambitious, and if you don't start hitting them, this is just kind of going to linger here. Now, that looks like you're going to hit it, though, because you're rapidly funding. But I really do think... Oh, shipping. Okay, good. There is a shipping section. Immediately. The 2 is back on the table. Some Kickstarter creators choose to absorb shipping and tax charges. They do this by bumping up the intended pledge prices. The upside of this approach is that it makes the experience, I don't like this, easy and smooth for backers, 1 sticker pledge price and no hassles. The downside is that some backers end up pledging more than they ought to because they feel from region to region. Just tell me how you're dealing with the issue. Some backers I feel like right now you're like, hey guys, the shipping's kind of expensive, but here's why. Or the price, I don't know. What's it going to be? $15.52. $15.52. This is clean. This is clear. I like this. Wow, this is great. Why do you need to bury it? Get rid of all this. Put this underneath if you want. But this is good. I don't want to read this. Nobody wants to read this. If I'm interested in your game, I came here, $99, and if I see the $15 price tag, I'm like $115, boom. Just done. Don't make me search so long for this. I am 31 minutes into this video and I just now know the shipping cost. Don't do that. But yeah, this looks clean and clear. I might convert that to their different currencies, which is always something that I recommend. Like, you could go convert it to German currency and UK currency, Canada currency, and it doesn't take that long. Some of those you cannot obviously do, like the rest of the world, but still, it's nice. Taxes and VAT. Cool. I don't understand any of this stuff. Whatevs. It's going to be like an extra, $5-10 on the end. I don't really care. Oh, wow, we're still going. There's more stuff. There is more stuff. We are, oh my Jesus. Whew. This might be the longest one ever. New to Kickstarter. No, I am not. Why is new to Kickstarter above your media? Ugh. Stop it. Stop it. Why are you doing this to me? New to Kickstarter above the... You put new to Kickstarter above the videos you paid people to make for you. What? Why are you hiding these so far down here? You have these quotes. You use these quotes, and it's just, you have a Dice Tower one. You have an Undead Viking one. You got two of the OGs of board games, and they're hidden down between, hey, Grandma, are you buying this for Billy? No! Grandmas are not buying this for Billy. Put this higher. Play it right. Cool. Cool. Good stuff. And this gameplay. Unboxing. Don't care. Well, I guess I do with a game this night. I shouldn't say that because if it's a nice prototype, strike that from the record. Review. Preview. Do we actually have a gameplay? That's what I want. Playthrough. Bingo. This needs to be higher. This needs to be exponentially higher. Is this a legit playthrough? 38 minutes? Yeah, it looks like a legit playthrough. This should be so much higher because this is what so many people want. You have such a weird concept idea for a game here. Oh, maybe you probably didn't because of this. You probably didn't because of the components. Here's a spoiler for you. We don't freaking care. We know it's a prototype. Bump this video higher. Like, Kickstarter preview? Is this, I don't know. Just, no. I would put the gameplay higher because there's so many people. You know, they'll be like, wow, I'll watch this while I do dishes or something. And they come back and they back it, you know? Oh, this is in different languages. Oh, is that not in English? Oh, it looks like it's in English. Whatevs. These videos, way too far down. Like, you have it lumped in between retailers. All right, creators. Cool. Okay, so I do see a good deal of people on the project. That makes me feel more comfortable with Can You Do It? Once again. So having it down here, I kind of understand it. This is a popular place to put it. So you got the family working on the game. Cool. Concept artist, sculpture, illustrator, artwork, graphic designer. Cool. Copy editing. This is good. This is good stuff. Copyright consultant, web developer, Wow. So you got a lot of stuff going in the back end of this. You have pushed this ship out into the water very hard, but dear God, the inside of your ship, man. It has everything, but you got your toilet in the bath, you got in the kitchen, and you got your spatula sitting by your bedside. I mean, wow, this is just so weird. Final notes on product design. So here's what I'd say. Nothing about this has really convinced me of Can You Do It? There is one thing that would be a very easy fix for you, and that is for you to announce who most likely you are going through manufacturing-wise. And I would put that somewhere where people will actually see it and say, we're going through this reputable company right here. Just you. And it could even be a lie. I wouldn't know. You shouldn't lie, though, because it's bad. But, especially, but that's a thing. It is a thing, Mur. It is. But, it's just, I feel like mentioning something about the manufacturing process is just, it's going to help alleviate that. Because right now, do I want it? Yeah. How much is it? Now, I finally figured that out. But can you do it? First created. Like, I don't, it's just, I've seen Kickstarter projects with this much polish amounting to no game whatsoever. And so, yes, I think it is a big deal. Check the risk section. All right, the risk section. All right. This is why I love having chat. I absolutely adore having chat. What did I miss? It's fair to say right now that this is our first Kickstarter board game project. I've had experience from other lines of business to understand that disruptions delay may happen. Given our lack of experience in the board game industry, a primary factor is choosing partners and reliability. Therefore, we will... Oh my gosh! Panda Game Manufacturing! Oh, you're listing a bunch of companies. Our claims manager's Game Found. Okay. So this is good stuff. Now let's look at where this is, though. It's right there. Like, how many people are getting to this? Yeah, so when you do nail down your manufacturer, which I honestly, for most people, I'd recommend probably nailing down who you're going to go for before you get into the Kickstarter. I feel like, I've only made one game, but I feel like that is standard fare. Because then, once you have them on board, you can reach out to them and say, hey, we're thinking about adding a new card, or a new this, or a new that, and then working with them, they can get you an answer much quicker and be like, oh, you're going to need a stretch goal of at least this much to cover it at cost. But factor in shipping. Like, so I would try and hammer down one or two there, just a little bit faster. Thank you, Morvato. I still don't know what that means, but it sounds good, so I'm going to pretend it's good. No updates. That's to be expected. First day, I'm sure you'll have one towards the end of the day saying, hey, look at that. We're creeping up on getting funded. I see why. I'm impressed. I hope there will be room for sleeved cards. Great. That's FAQ. Right there. Debbie. Thank Debbie. And say, that's a great question, Debbie. We will put you in the FAQ. Yes. Excellent. When will you play Star Realms? I will get to Star Realms with my son. I've been in a mental funk lately when it comes to playing board games. I think it's the weather. I'm going for the game. Go for it, Gabriel. Gabriel. I don't know. KOA brought me here. Looks like I'll stay. Ivan, will the miniatures be stored in bags or tray? The initial plan is tray. Cool. That's a good thing to know. FAQ. FAQ that bad boy. If the game got herbless or herb, that's a reason to back the game, right? What is your character? I love the Elder. He looks old and tough and badass. For me, is Elder. Yeah, and I see you actively engaged. This is okay. And then I do see some stuff here. Now, obviously, this is all very, very recent. It's coming at you fast. It's coming at you frantic. But that's one thing that I want to recommend to you right now. I saw this down here that you had people in your family that work with. Get someone, and I joke about this, get grandma, I don't care, get anyone you trust and say, can you be my nicety person? And what that means is you respond to all the comments that don't need a response, but you still respond to them because it makes you look like a good Kickstarter runner, and it tickles those Kickstarter algorithms so you can stay in the top, 3, 6, 9 where you want to be. Damn girl, fine. Sorry, ADHD. Real quick there. Where you can get that. So like KOA brought me here. Looks like I'll stay. Thanks for having you, sexy Gandalf. Our old Gandalf was not nearly sexy enough. Boom. That could be Grandma writing that. I hope there will be room for sleeve cards. Yeah, that's the FAQ one. Ivan, for everything that is not a direct question about the game, I would totally get someone that you trust to do that. So what is the extra god in the Divine Pledge? Any spoiler? Okay. But it looks like... But yeah, so you're getting overwhelmed here a little bit. There's a lot of comments here, and you got a lot of other things you're working on. So I would totally reach out to someone else. In particular, if they live on a different time zone. Anytime you can get someone in a different time zone or with a different sleep schedule to help you with the comments section, that is just absolute money, which shouldn't be too hard in theory, being in Serbia. And that's why I'm actually, you know what? I have convinced myself I'm going to start a new Fiverr. Because you can get your own Fiverr for a game, if you're for a Kickstarter if you want. So final rating on this, 0, 1, or 2. Then I'll tell you my idea that I think I'm going to run. I'm going to put this one, let me look at that price again. It's $115 roundabout, right? To get everything but the giant minis. And then, what is it with the giant minis? We're going to $144. I have a hard time doing it because I still, this is good, but it doesn't illustrate enough. 9 decks of cards, right there. How many cards are going to be in the decks? You know, I would go a little bit more in depth there. Like, how many cards is this? You know what? Yeah, I'd say this is such a different, unique experience, which gives it what I like to call bulletproof armor. You know, kids' games on Kickstarter, they can get away with a lot of shenanigans, with it not being the best ran Kickstarter because it's a children's game and it's a tight market. This, I would say, cooperative, storytelling, meaty, experience style game, I would say it has bulletproof armor, and I'm going to give this a 2. Despite the fact... yeah, I do. There's bias here because I absolutely love storytelling games and cooperative games and games that play up to 7 players, so damn it, I'm giving it a 2! It should be a 1, but I'm giving it a 2. Go check this one out. Forest of Radgost, if it looks like it might be your cup of tea. Hopefully they can straighten some things out here, get me to the price, and have just one less king of average. Just one less. Just maybe one. But if you're enjoying what I'm doing, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below. And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.